The Seventh-day Adventist message entered the Euro-Asia region very early in a miraculous way. In the early days, new converts to America sent tracts back to their relatives and friends in Russia. This made a precious impact upon key figures at the time. The church grew slowly from 1880 to 1990. It was only 110 years later, after perestroika or the restructuring, that the religious persecution ceased and the church was able to officially organize. In Russia, the church continues to use literature as a means of spreading the good news. The Source of Life publishing house prints many books, magazines, and other pieces of literature. Their mission is to empower members for better service and to bring many more to a deeper understanding of the Bible.
We are distributing books around the world to where there are Russian communities. We sell books to Europe, Israel, the United States, South America, and other parts of the world. We're producing about 40 new books each year. We produce mostly in Russian and 5 other different languages. As far as quantities is concerned, there are some interesting statistics. If you count the pages we have produced since the beginning, it would pave the way to Saturn back and forth. It's around 2.5 billion kilometers. We have a big perspective for the future.
Although the machinery here is more than 20 years old and the workers aren't enough for the demand, the staff aims high. The goal to evangelize the world is always in mind.
We exist to support church mission. All that we produce is aimed to support the church to succeed in the mission field.
Right next door to the publishing house is Zaoski. Zaoski Adventist Seminary has emerged from years of strict communist rule. After numerous petitions to the Soviet authorities, the Seventh-day Adventist Church was given permission to open a 3-year course for training ministers. In 1998, Zaoski opened as the first Protestant seminary in Russian history.
The students who first came to the seminary were overjoyed to begin study. In the beginning, there was just theology, but soon new programs were added and the school grew.
Today, Zaoski enrolls more than 600 students. In addition to religion, business, language, music, and agriculture programs are offered. Zaoski also offers classes from kindergarten to high school. Anton is a theology student here. After leaving the church for many years, he was rebaptized and dedicated his life to teaching Bible.
There is a special atmosphere here. The teachers will support the students, and we live here as one family.
Hina's parents came here as missionaries from Korea. They are working in the area as Hina studies the Russian and English languages.
I like it very much because the nature is beautiful. People are kind, and this is our church school with a wholesome Christian education.
The university recently completed 20 years of service, and they continue to make an impact in this region. Zaoski is located about 80 miles south of Russia's capital. Moscow is the largest city in the Euro-Asia region, with a population of more than 11 million people and the world-famous buildings like the Kremlin, St. Basil's Cathedral, the State Historical Museum, and Lenin's Mausoleum. The city is full of sights and life. From crowded streets and parks to tall buildings and luxurious lifestyles, there is a lot to encounter here. The Euro-Asia region covers the greatest territory and embraces a total of 11 time zones. Here you can visit 13 countries. Some of them are Afghanistan, Kazakhstan, Kyrgyzstan, Russia, Ukraine, and Uzbekistan. By population, Euro-Asia is the second smallest of the denomination's 13 world regions. In a population of approximately 280 million, there are only about 170,000 church members, with more than 45% living in the country of Ukraine. The majority of Ukraine's population lives in urban areas. Presently, 70% of the population lives in cities. Despite a busy lifestyle, many in the metropolitan crowd still have a desire for something that will truly fulfill them. For this reason, the Adventist Church is emphasizing the method that Jesus used. It's essential to connect one-on-one with people, to befriend them and win their trust. Anna Gavello spent 6 months exploring tangible approaches in New York City. Now she is training local volunteer missionaries in her region.
I have a really great team here. They came from all over our division, and they are ready to work here, and they are ready to go back and to preach the gospel.
We took from New York the best ideas and things that we saw and tried to apply over here, plus own ideas, own projects, and now we see how it's work, and it worked excellent.
Jesus met the people where they were and provided for their needs. Therefore, centers of influence are established here to meet needs. A good example is the Adventist Christian Medical Center located just a few miles from the center of Kiev. Center volunteers encounter the community in the street. They invite them to learn healthy cooking, how to stop smoking, manage stress, and offer a variety of other classes. Today, they are preparing a meal to show their new friends the flavorful taste of healthy living. This center of influence is mainly developing as a hospital. There will be many rooms for patients, doctors, and a variety of treatments.
First success that we see now, this is a really good relationship with our neighbors. You see that a lot of big buildings with a lot of people who live here. In 7 minutes of walking, more than 15,000 people living here, and more than 60% of our neighbors, these people now already coming to our health promotion programs for consultations, including addictions, including problems with losing weight, including with depression, and etc.
The community around the center understands the genuine interest in improving their lives, and they come to learn about life and hope. As the faithful members seek for ways to connect and touch lives, the Lord opens doors in this region. Recently, the Ukrainian government granted Hope Channel the first Protestant TV license in the country.
We can see a great development. Actually, you have these 5 major cities of Ukraine with the Hope Channel on cable, great companies, and more than 40 cities receive the signal through cable. But of course, through satellite, everybody can watch Hope Channel.
Hope Channel Ukraine now broadcasts on some 600 cable channels, reaching 60% of the country's population. The people of Russia can also watch the TV channel. There are many programs offered in the Russian language. We live in a rapidly developing world. People make progress in all fields of human activities. Our city changes, our life changes, but our faithfulness and commitment to mission should never be forgotten.
I'm here because I know that God wants me to be here, and I love Him and He loves me, and I know that He loves so many people here, but they don't know Him. So I want them to be happy too, and I want all of us to be together with Him as fast as possible.
Please pray for the faithful members in the Euro-Asia region. Pray that the Lord will give them the tools that will help them overcome their challenges.
We need Adventist consecrated specialists, people who love their Lord. As Christ said, a lot of harvest, but small reapers, and this is our great need. And I'm asking World Church to pray about this.
We have many faithful church members in the Eurasia division, 170,000. We have more than 1,300 pastors, and we have about 50 missionaries coming from other countries and serving in this division, because the Lord will multiply those efforts, those prayers, and those financial resources to reach the people with the gospel of hope. And only in heaven you will see the wonderful result of people saved by your commitment.